Hey guys, stick around. I'll show you how I made this shirt using a mixture of specialty vinyl, my metallic vinyl, regular vinyl, combined. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to make this shirt. Boom.
Okay, now here is a design that I put together, and nothing complicated, just got two separate designs created and put them together on my Cricut design space. So I've got the Marvel Studios Avengers with the silhouettes of some of the superheroes, and I've got the little baby Captain America who's leading the pack. This is going to be a t-shirt for my little nephew, and he's a big fan of Avengers, Marvel Studios, so I went ahead and found some of these online and just put them together. This is going to be a longer than standard image, so both of them together, as you can see, is 11.5 in width by 17.953 in height. And I just wanted a bigger design on the shirt. It's a large shirt, and I just wanted to go ahead and try using my 12 by 24 mat to complete this design for the first time. So everything you see in red is going to be a metallic finish. So the Marvel is going to be metallic HTV, which I'm using, and the red on the shield and possibly the red on his uniform is going to be metallic. So we got our image, and like I said before, it is 11.5 by 17.953 in height. So we're going to use our 24 or 12 by 24 mat to cut this larger image, and hopefully it'll look really good on my black Gildan 100% cotton t-shirt. All right, so we're going to go down here. Let's take this, my image, put it here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it. Okay, and by default it's going to my 12 by 12 mat, so I'm going to turn this into a 12 by 24. Okay, see, it's actually gives me a lot more room for more of my cut images. Okay, and I'm going to mirror this, and this is everything that's going to be in white. Okay, and then for my second cut, this is where I'm going to use my metallic HTV. Looks like that. Okay, I only have a little bit left, so this should be enough. Alright, let's go ahead and mirror this, and let's go ahead and mirror this. Everything looks good. Let's mirror that. Let's mirror that. Parts of his shield and his face. Go ahead and mirror that. And mirror that. Dark blue, let's mirror that. Now, I don't think I have all these colors, so I might go ahead and switch it around when I'm doing the actual cut to the vinyl I have available, but hopefully it'll still turn out well. So this has been mirrored, so I got number 9. Let's mirror that as well. Okay, so before I mirror this, since I have 2 red colors and I'm going to be printing them both on that metallic vinyl, I'm going to take this image and move it to the other mat. And the way to do that is you click on these 3 red dots, I mean not 3 red dots, but 3 white dots, and you click on Move Object, and it's going to ask where do you want to move it to, and I want to put it right here with the red on the shield. I hit that, it gives me a check mark, and then I hit Confirm. And so it moves it down here, and I'm going to bring it down either here or here. Let's just bring it down here. Okay, so now I have both my reds. So I got all my mats ready. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. Now the mat that I had left over that I transferred the image from, this is going to automatically disappear once I hit continue. And as you can see, it's no longer there because I've now moved that image to this part. We go to our first mat. We pick everyday iron-on since I've adjusted the blade physically, and I'm going to keep it as default instead of more pressure because I realized that my blade was too high, which is why I was in my previous videos I'd been selecting more. So I physically adjusted the blade to have a deeper cut, and I lowered it so I don't have to hit more, and all I have to do is pick my default settings and I am good to go. Let's head on over to our Cricut Explore 3. Alright.
Alright, so I went ahead and got my first time 12 by 24 mat. Historically used my 12 by 12 mats, and I was limited to my size, but since this is a larger image, I went ahead and got a 12 by 24 mat that can print my image, my longer image. So it's a pack of 3. I've got it off Amazon. Not too expensive. Comes with a squeegee tool. Okay. Pull that out. And like I said, comes with a squeegee tool, which I already have one of, and 3 different kinds of mats. This is the light grip for you know, paper and maybe greeting cards or cardstock or paper stock or 120 GSM. We've got our standard grip, which is what I use most of the time. And we've got our strong grip, which is the purple mat. All right, so today we're going to be using a standard grip. And let's put these aside. Okay, let's go ahead and take the protection sheet off. All right, put that there. And the height is about 17, so at about right there. Let's go from here to about cut. Now we got to put shiny side down. Shiny side down. Okay. Squeegee it. Take out all the air bubbles so you have a nice straight cut. You can also use your brayer tool, and I believe they sell that. I know Cricut has one, but I'm okay with my squeegee tool. Time to take it to our Cricut machine. Let's go ahead and load our 12 by 24 inch mat. Make sure you have enough space in the back so when it's measuring the mat, it doesn't get jammed in the wall.
Okay, so currently we have our mat, 12 by 24 mat being cut. Actually, our white HTV vinyl for our design. And we're 63% complete on the status bar. And once we're done with white, then we'll just go ahead and cut the rest of the vinyl. Okay. Now you can go ahead and browse all materials and select your category here and pick. Of course, we're going with iron-on, but you can pick foil and metal, and it will give you the different types. We've got the everyday iron-on mesh, iron-on mosaic. We've got the glow-in-the-darks, holographic, metallic iron-on mosaic, pattern iron-on, and I would probably pick the the reflective iron-on, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it as is as my everyday iron-on just for now. Okay, so I'm gonna X out of here and click on my everyday iron-on for my foil, and I'm gonna leave the pressure as default. Okay, and load material and tool. So next we're gonna go over to our machine and load our mat on our 12 by 12 mat.
Okay, so like I said, I have a little bit of the metallic red metallic, and this is from Heat Transfer Warehouse, and it does come with the instructions. When my camera chooses to focus, anyway. Okay, so it says 305 degrees Fahrenheit, at medium pressure and 10 to 15 seconds, and it's supposed to be a cold pill. That means once you're done pressing it, you take it out of the heat press to dissipate heat, or you could put a, I believe you could use marble or put it on any cold surface so it dissipates it a little quicker than usual. But I usually leave it away from the heat press for about maybe 1 to 2 minutes, more on the 2-minute side. That way I'm sure it's completely cold. Okay, again, here's my vinyl, and it's metallic. You see that sheen? Very good shine. And again, the shiny side goes down, face down on my mat. Shiny side down. Okay, and we're good to go. That's just enough for my design. Squeegee. All right now I'm working on the last color of my design. Just gonna go ahead and measure the mat. Again, make sure you have room behind the Cricut machine so it doesn't hit the wall. As you can see, I have just enough room for it to measure that 12 by 12 mat. See, we're now ready. By the flashing play button, you hit the play or the start button, and it will start your cut. And there's the done cutting. Want to go ahead and hit the unload. Pull your mat out, and we're good to go. Okay, at this point now we have my Waller press heating up to 315 degrees. It's at 211 right now. Once it gets to the set temperature or the program temperature of 315, we'll be ready to go. And we'll start the process of getting our shirt prepped, moisture removed, finding the center, and placing our designs a layer at a time. Okay, these are all my weeded designs, still on the transfer sheet. Okay, all the heat press is heating up. Heavy cotton, adult t-shirt, heavy cotton, and it's 100% cotton, again from Gildan. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove this sticker and get our shirt pre-pressed to remove moisture and to increase the possibility of adhesion. A little too much pressure. I'm going to reduce that pressure, make it medium pressure. Okay. And I'm going to take our lint roller and remove any excess lint that comes with the manufacture of these shirts. A lot of times it may not be visible to naked eye, but it's good. It's a good practice to go ahead and just give it a once over. Next, I'm going to be finding the center to act as a guideline for my design. Okay, put that in there. Pressure is still a little high, but that's because my shirt is folded in half. Once we lay this flat, it should be fine. But let's reduce it just a little bit, a notch. I'm gonna go ahead and press center line all the way down the shirt because our design today is a little longer or a little higher. So the height is about a little over 17 inches. So it's gonna be a big design. There's our center line. Alright, so at this point I found my center on one of my layered designs, and I've lined it up. This is the bottom half, but this is the first layer. You gotta be careful when you layer in these HTVs. You might put the wrong layer. One way I do it is I look at the layers on my Cricut Design Space, and whatever layer is last is the bottom layer, and whatever layer is on the top is the top layer. So you want to lay it bottom layer at a time. You don't want to run into the mistake of, for example, this design, these silhouettes go on top of this. If you make that mistake and lay this first, which is the top of the t-shirt, you'll be bummed out because this image will be after this, and if you put this image on this, then you've lost your design. So this has to go last, even though it's very difficult because this is the top. This gives you your top measurement, but you got to carefully follow the design. So I usually have my design up on Cricut Design Space, and then I turn off each layer at a time. That way I know exactly which one to press first. Okay. All right. Our temperature is heated up to 315 degrees. At 15 seconds, we're going to push that in. That's about 7 seconds. Pull that out. And this is a hot peel, so we're going to go ahead and peel that. Alright, we got our first layer of our baby Captain America. Next layer is going to be our white. Just gotta line that up. This is now the second to the last layer that goes in. Push that in there, give it a good 7 to 8 second press. Pull it out. Let's peel my transfer tape. Oh, that one did not stay. We're gonna go ahead and give it another longer press. Increase the pressure a little bit. Alright, give it another 8 second press. Pull my drawer out. And let's see. Okay. It's not really sticking, but it'll do for now because by the time I layer other pieces over it, the initial pieces that I put down will get more and more heat as we progress through the layers. Okay, so again, I had to reference this is the next layer. And I decided to go ahead and use some glitter vinyl because transparently speaking, this is all the vinyl I had. I did not have a darker blue. I guess that's one of the limitations of using vinyl because you're limited to the colors that you have. So it's in order to match the actual image on the screen, you have to make sure you have the actual vinyl as opposed to sublimation. Whatever color you have, your ink will print that out onto your shirt or onto your transfer sheet, and you can transfer it with the color. All right, we got it lined up. Push that in, a little more pressure. I did that one for a little, about 10 seconds. It's gently peel. Make sure this comes off of the transfer sheet and onto the garment and not the other way around. I don't want it on the transfer sheet. Okay, that's good enough. It's starting to take shape. All right, got the next layer. Push that in. Take the Teflon sheet out and gently peel. That one's not coming out, so barely. And leave it at that. Again, as you layer, your previous layers would get a lot more heat. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and press this one more time because it's not coming out from the transfer sheet. Again, it's not really advisable to layer on top of any specialty vinyl, or especially, I do have a specialty vinyl here. I didn't plan to use my glitter, but my glitter is not necessarily, there's nothing really being laid on top of the glitter. It's just on the outline. So I think we're good to go there. I'm not necessarily laying these things on top of the glitter. They're actually going in the spaces for the slots, or in the slots for the design itself. So this is the shadow of his face. I got that lined up. Good to go. Vinyl is a little labor intensive compared to sublimation, because sublimation, all you have to do is print your sublimation image onto transfer sheet and place the transfer sheet over your polyester or polyester cotton blend with more polyester. Place that over it, and in 60 seconds you're good to go. As opposed to this, especially if you have a complicated design like this with several different layers, you're gonna have to line things up and be patient with it, guys. So to go ahead and make that peel, make sure everything is peeling off correctly. Now it's not going to be lined up perfectly, but overall design is going to look fantastic, guys. This is Teflon sheet. Add a little more pressure just so it tacks on. Again, it's just layering, and eventually after we've done with all the transfer sheets, we will press for another possibly 10 to 12 seconds just to ensure adhesion. Alright, let's go ahead and peel that. I'm actually saving my metallics for last because I don't want to have to keep putting layers and layers on top of it, even though these layers, again, specialty vinyl, I'm not layering over it, because I think if you do, once you wash it, you're going to have issues with peeling, so it's best not to layer on specialty vinyl, especially not over the metallic HTV. So I'm going to save this for last. And once you lay on the metallic HTV, usually it has a mirror effect, and if you want to take that effect out and kind of mat it out, you just put another layer of heat on top of it. So let's go with the brown. His boots, his little baby boots. Adhesion press. Part of his boots and gloves. Okay, and that's the lighter half. There are two portions to a lot of these designs, and usually when you make it an SVG, it actually separates it out into layers, so the lights and darks of the shadows won't be necessarily a smooth image. It'll be layered, and so the light image will be one and the dark image will be another. So this is the light part of his glove and boot and belt. Now I'm going to move to the top of the t-shirt and place give that a gentle peel. We don't want perfection right now, guys. We just want adhesion, so we just want to make sure that we lay that down in its rightful position. And you can see that's taking shape. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. I have more videos coming out. I got one video a week, sometimes two when I have the opportunity. Okay, so we saved the best for last. We got our metallic vinyl. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and tape this down with some heat press tape. Alright, so I put some heat tape on it. I'm just going to make sure this is lined up. Marvel with Studios, and go ahead and give that a good press. I'm going to give this a little longer press. And it's specialty vinyl and requires a cold peel. So as soon as I'm done pressing this, I'm going to take the t-shirt off of the heat press to let it cool for about 1 to 2 minutes. And we'll be right back. And we are back. We have let it sit for about 2 minutes. The range is 1 to 2 minutes, but I like to do 2 minutes, that way I don't have any issues with my peeling. Alright, let's go ahead and peel that. slowly. Little stickier of a carrier sheet. Alright, sorry guys, I ran out of, my battery went dead, so I had to change to my backup battery. But anyway, I peeled up the Marvel part of it, which is the specialty vinyl metallic. Okay, and that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see how mirrored. It's like a mirror effect. Once I put heat over that, it should take away some of that sheen and some of that shine. Most people don't like it, but it doesn't make a difference to me. I like them both ways. I like them with the shine. I like them without, dulled up. That's fine. Okay. All right, the last piece of the puzzle. Sometimes it's a disadvantage to cutting this in pieces because it might be a little more difficult to align them and you don't know how it was in the first place. So I always have my design on screen as reference, okay, from Cricut Design Space. Alrighty. Teflon sheet. It out. All right, let's take that aside. Since it's a cold peel, let that sit for about 2 minutes. All right, ready for our last cold peel. Alright, guys, boom. When do I say boom? When I love it. Final product. Okay. Love this, and he's gonna love it more. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a final press, which will definitely take away the sheen from the metallic vinyl, but it still is going to look amazing. And this is the other effect. About 13 seconds and voila, we are done. So you, when you give the final press to, you change that from a mirror or a mirrored design to, it's not necessarily matted, but it has a sheen to it, almost looks like glitter. All right, and there you have it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Put on your bell notifications so that when I release videos of this same sort, you get notified immediately and you can watch. Comment, let me know what you want to see. Here is a close-up of my finished design. Metallic HTV combined with regular HTV, non-specialty HTV in the white, and a little bit of glitter, as that was what I had at the time, and some more HTV, metallic HTV. Here it is. Look at that. Again, if you like that, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.